Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Asya Aditya Hriday Stotrasya Agastya Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Aditya Hriday Bhuto Bhagavan Brahma Devata Nirasta Shesha Vighnataya Brahma Vidya Siddhau Sarvatra Jai Siddhau Cha Viniyogaha.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
I dedicate this video that depicts my trek to Mahavatar Babaji's cave near Kukuchina, near to Ranikhet, to my gurus Mahavatar Babaji and Paramahamsa Yogananda, and my masters who initiated me in the physical plane. The grace of Babaji led me to my masters in the physical body. The late Baba Paramahamsa Hariharananda Giri, who was then 90 years old, a direct disciple of Sri Yukteswar Giri, who initiated me into Kriya Yoga and gave me the first experience of Niirvikalpa Samadhi about 18 years ago, when I had lost all my body consciousness and simply felt myself as light, sound and vibration for several hours. And then Gurunath, also known as Yogiraj Siddhanath, who initiated me into the third Kriya, the Nabi Kriya, after his direct experience with Babaji, and instilled Shiva Bhakti in me and also taught me many ancient mantras. And finally Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda Swamiji, who initiated me and taught me the science of enlightenment that includes the science of completion, and imparted the knowledge of Sri Vidya and gave me the beautiful space of living Advaita and Shivoham. It was Mahavatar Babaji who had given him his name. There are other masters and Himalayan yogis who I am grateful to that I have encountered and learned in my spiritual journey, but I cited only those that brought about a major transformation in me, like burning the traces of arrogance and ignorance in the ego and helping me be complete with myself and the world. Ever since my visit to the cave, my being is filled with deep, profound silence and bliss, and it is with me all day and night. And now to the cave. So Mahavatar Babaji's cave is located in Kukuchina in the Indian state of Uttarakhand. It is inside this cave the great Mahavatar Babaji initiated his disciple Shyam Charan Lahiri into ancient meditation system of Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga, which was lost in Kali Yuga, was thus revived for the welfare of many sincere seekers of God. Yogoda Satsanga Society of India, the flagship organization of Paramahamsa Yogananda, has built a platform at the entrance of the cave. The spiritual vibes inside the cave is very strong, and it is an ideal place for meditation. Near the cave is a spot where the mighty Babaji had materialized a palace, to satiate a long-forgotten desire of his dear disciple Lahiri. A small cottage is built by YSS to mark the spot and is used for purpose of meditation. Kukuchina is located almost 13 kilometers from Dwarahat, where YSS has its ashram. Devotees and seekers from all over the world visit this cave to seek the blessings of deathless Babaji, whose physical presence remains accessible to only a select few. Mahavatar Babaji's cave is just amazing. It's not a normal cave. I've been to several caves of Babaji, but this one was profound and deep. The experiences were very deep with divine visions in the cave. On the way to the cave, you actually come across the Drunagiri temple and the Haida Khan Babaji ashram, as well as the Kenchi ashram of Neem Karoli Baba. And then beyond the cave lies Pandav Koli, which is a much steeper trek. Up to the cave, I think, is very doable for most of the people who are listening to this. So let me go back to the day when I went to the cave. I drove half the day and all night to reach Kukuchina for the trek. After entering the cave of Babaji, I touched my forehead on a little rectangular rock where the agarbatti stand was placed, and immediately my third eye burst open. I've had varied experiences over the years with the third eye ever since the initiation of Baba Hariharananda Giri, but this one was effortless. I then sat down to practice Babaji's Kriya Yoga and shut off my 5 senses with the Jyoti Mudra as well as the Kechari Mudra. In my third eye, I started seeing trillions of billions of Sri Chakras along with planets moving around like a vortex, almost transported to the Brahmand. The whole universe was visible. As I stilled my mind further, I started seeing visions of saints, and because of the fatigue from lack of sleep and trekking up, I could not perfectly still my mind. So it was not faultless, just as Babaji commented to Yogananda long back. He says, "Child, you must meditate more." He said, "Your gaze is not yet faultless. You could not see me hiding behind the sunlight." And that's probably what happened to me. And I could not make out the names of the saints as the image was not perfectly still. I then had the divine vision of Lord Sri Krishna. He had given this very technique to Arjuna in the Dwapara Yuga, and the vision of Ma Durga 3 times. I attempted to find the closest match of the pictures of what I saw in my third eye, including the third eye itself, and you can see these now. So in the lines and curves of Sri Yantra, also called Sri Chakra, the existence is depicted. Sri Chakra is the diagrammatic representation of Shiva Shakti in the cosmic and the individual aspects. The Sri Yantra represents the Divine Mother. The Tripura Rahasya talks about Sri Yantra's significance. I am abstract intelligence, wherefrom the cosmos originates, whereon it flourishes, and wherein it dissolves like images in a mirror. Sri Vidya begins where quantum physics ends. Sri Yantra, which follows the Fibonacci series and the golden ratio, this is from the Vedic mathematics, and is the mystical 3D holographic construct of the cosmos by 9 virtual spiraling vortex cones, 4 pointing upwards and 4 pointing downwards as a sort of yin-yang balance. And now to Shiva Goraksha Babaji. Mahavatar Babaji is also called Shiva Goraksha Babaji, as my Nath Yogi describes him. He is regarded as the manifestation of Lord Shiva himself. Lord Shiva is the founder of the Nath tradition, or the Sampradaya, which is a timeless lineage of spiritual masters connected with infinite consciousness through the greatest yogi of all times, Babaji Gorakshanath. Throughout the length and breadth of India, legends, stories and myths abound about Guru Gorakhnath. However, for the yogis and the spiritual masters who have been graced by his presence, he is no mythical figure. Whenever invoked, his name evokes tremendous reverence and awe. Mahavatar Babaji reveals himself to only a few he chooses and usually remains invisible, guiding humanity through his disciples. he has bestowed upon humanity the practices to evolve human consciousness, in particular the divine alchemy of Shiva Shakti, Kriya Yoga. He did this in modern times through the great yogi Lahiri Mahasaya, as I just mentioned before, his beloved disciple, who was chosen by him to reintroduce the lost practice of Kriya Yoga to the world. In Sri Paramahamsa Yogananda's autobiography Yogi, he narrates about his guru, Sri Sri Yukteswar Ji, who was a disciple of Lahiri Mahasaya, describing Shiva Gorakshanath thus. Babaji's spiritual state is beyond human comprehension. The dwarfed version of men cannot pierce to his transcendental star. One attempts in vain to picture the avatar's attainment. It is inconceivable. Lahiri Mahasaya also explains, Babaji has been chosen by God to remain in his body for the duration of this particular world cycle. Ages will come and go, still the deathless master, beholding the drama of the centuries, shall be present on this stage terrestrial. Sri Yogananda further explains in his book, man's essential nature is formless, omnipresent spirit. Compulsory or karmic embodiment is a result of avidya, ignorance. And Yogananda also concludes, to humble the ego or false self is to discover one's eternal identity. And my Himalayan Nath Yogi Guru best describes him. Yogiraj Gurunath talks about Babaji in the loftiest of terms. In his hands, he holds the evolutionary lightning of life and death. He is the head, the heart, the seed and the soul of undying knowledge. It is from him that all ancient avatars, prophets, hierophants and divine incarnations have sprung. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but he shall be in the here now, eternally to stay. The limited vision of sages, siddhas, philosophers and yogis cannot pierce his transcendental star. His spiritual stature is inconceivable. He is the collective Elohim, the spiritual essence of the 9 Nath Lords combined. He is the great sacrifice who in a countless supernovae explosion infused every atom of creation with his spirit of livingness, wisdom and truth, to redeem not only humankind, but all life and matter to their pristine state of consciousness. And now a little about Kundalini Kriya. Kundalini Kriya is a process of converting breath into life force and realizing the body as light. Mahavatar Gorakshanath Babaji, the Adi Buddha of compassion, has given it to the Kali Yuga. The upward life breath of prana expands soul consciousness, and the downward life breath of apana burns past evil karmas before they ripen into fruit. This prana apana burns the seeds of potential karma, evolves and transforms the mind into consciousness. Kundalini Kriya Yoga is a way of life and much more. It is a divine alchemy which transforms the mind and merges it into the ineffable presence of the Self who dwells within all of us. Whether we call this presence Krishna, Christ, Shiva, Buddha or Allah is a question of mere dialect. The essential fact is becoming the presence, becoming the peace that passeth all understanding. The Sushumna channel in the spinal cord is the highway through which the Kundalini energy travels and the evolution of consciousness takes place. Kundalini is the kinetic energy remaining after the completion of the universe. This residual bioelectric force lies as light, sound, vibrations at the root of the spinal cord. To avail of it for one's own evolution and realization is the birthright of every human soul. And so now to the trek. I had this beautiful, faithful dog walk by me all the way to the cave and then to Pandav Koli. I have no reason to not believe him to be Kala Bhairava himself. Hope everyone that is watching this video and is a Kriya Yogi will make it to this cave, as it is not difficult at all. The trek to Pandav Koli is much steeper, which lies beyond the cave. But it's not necessary to go there. Wishing everyone a happy journey in their chosen path to enlightenment. Thank you.
से मिलकर ना जाने क्यों और भी कुछ याद आता है, याद आता है।
आज का अपना प्यार नहीं है।
यहाँ थोड़ा ऑक्सीजन भी कम है, गाड़ी को थोड़ा ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिल रहा है।
Town of Dwarahat to go to Babaji's cave. The town of Dwarahat to go to Babaji's cave. Dunagiri Hills. The road to Kukuchina from Dwarahat. The road to Kukuchina. The road to Kukuchina is really beautiful.
दिल में हो तुम, आँख में तुम, बोलो तुम्हें कैसे चाहूं। दिल में हो तुम, आँख में तुम, बोलो तुम्हें कैसे चाहूं। पूजा करूं, सजदा करूं, जैसी कहूं वैसी चाहूं।
This is what a landslide is like. इधर से गाड़ी निकाल Dunagiri Hills. At Joshi's guest house near Kukuchina. This is where you trek. This is from where you trek to Babaji's cave. Beautiful Dunagiri Hills. Trekking to Babaji's cave.
किधर जाना? मैं रास्ता ढूंढ रहा था।
Trekking to Mahavatar Babaji's cave.
आगे चलो।
कुछ नहीं। क्या? हाँ? चाय नहीं पियेंगे।
रुद्र महारुद्र शिव शंकर प्रलयंकर भूतनाथ हो महाकाल अघोराय भयंकर।
रुद्र रुद्र महारुद्र शिव शंकर प्रलयंकर भूतनाथ हो महाकाल अघोराय अभयंकर। नमो नमः शिव शंकर, 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 नमो नमः शिव शंकर।
योगी हितकारी हो सबके स्वयंभू परमेश्वर।
तुम दिगंबर अगम गोचर दिव्य हो सर्वेश्वर।
सत्य तुम हो नित्य तुम हो उग्र हो कपालेश्वर। रुद्र रुद्र महारुद्र शिव शंकर प्रलयंकर भूतनाथ हो महाकाल अघोराय अभयंकर। नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर।
विश्वकर्ता वामदेव ज्ञान मूर्ति ज्ञान हो।
महाकल्प बहुरूप सर्वशक्तिमान हो।
धर्म धेनु सार शोधन भूत भावन नाथ हो। रुद्र रुद्र महारुद्र शिव शंकर प्रलयंकर भूतनाथ हो महाकाल अघोराय अभयंकर। नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर।
प्रेतचारी परोपकारी धर्मचारी महातपा।
हे सनातन शोक नाशन सर्व शुद्धि महायशा।
विश्वामित्र ब्रह्म ज्योति विश्वगर्भा महाबलः। रुद्र रुद्र महारुद्र शिव शंकर प्रलयंकर भूतनाथ हो महाकाल अघोराय अभयंकर। नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर, नमो नमः शिव शंकर।
त्रिलोचन सर्वशासन विमल देवाय नमः।
अजात शत्रुः सर्वगोचर मन्त्रमुण्डाय नमः।
भस्मशायी तीर्थरूप शंशनीलाय नमः। रुद्र रुद्र महारुद्र शिव शंकर प्रलयंकर भूतनाथ हो महाकाल अघोराय अभयंकर।
The trek to Kukuchina to Babaji's cave. There's a beautiful stream here. This dog is giving me company all the way to the cave. He's such a beautiful dog. The ashram of the Yogoda Satsang, very close to Babaji's cave. Approaching Mahavatar Babaji's cave. This is where he gave initiation to Lahiri Mahasaya. Mahavatar Babaji is none other than Shiva Gorakshanath, the last of the Navnaths. Mahavatar Babaji's cave. It's amazing, had so many visions of saints here, and my third eye was immediately visible.